Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, the year 2025 marks the beginning of our country's celebrated development phase, aiming for a breakthrough with the targeted double-degree progress. Therefore, the authority and sector of the province have been making strong and determined efforts to effectively implement the goals and targets set in the socio-economic development plan.
Right from the beginning of the year, the Provincial People's Committee has directed the strict and decisive implementation of restructuring and organizing the government apparatus to be streamlined, strong, efficient, effective, high-performing. The province has carried out the restructuring and transformation of the urban livestock structures based on the value chains, and it has also focused on restoring the activities, providing support and creating favorable conditions for the economic sectors to boost the production and business activities, as well as assist investors in accelerating the implementation of projects. At the same time, the province has also paid attention to promoting the tourist linkage program in the Southeast region, enhancing the quality of existing tourism products and services, and developing the new tourism products and services also.
To enhance food safety quality and protect the better maintenance sustainable brands, the Brussels Department of Agriculture and Environment of various households or organizations will resist the business license for sustainable products to contact the Department for certification of food safety eligibility. For small-scale businesses without a registered business license, which are not subject to food safety certification, they must sign a commitment to safe food trading with the commune or people's committee. Additionally, the use of land rotation products must follow the four correct principles: using the right pesticide at the right concentration and dosage at the right time and in the right manner. The use of fertilizer should be reasonable, with an emphasis on increasing the use of organic fertilizers in production. Sustainable traders should select products that originate from baggage orchids with food safety or VITGAP organic certification. They must also inspect and remove roots with harmful species before supplying them to the market.
The program was launched with various meaningful activities such as providing cleaning tools to improve environmental sanitation, donating 8 battery houses for collecting the used batteries, organizing the bottle market where the plastic bottles could be exchanged for the food, and establishing the community literacy group. On this occasion, the organizer also presents 20 packages to support the disadvantaged children in the area. We hope that all levels of the Youth Union will regularly develop the meaningful programs and projects to organize a truly impactful Green Sunday. And this initiative should not only bring the economic and spiritual value, but also create a positive ripple effect in the community and contributing to the collective efforts of building the new rural areas and civilized urban environment. And these activities not only help improve the living conditions, but also raise awareness and the sense of responsibility among the young people in joining hands to develop the new rural areas and contribute to the overall progress of their hometown.
After 50 years of development and reform, the agricultural sector has made significant strides. Once an arid land, the province now boasts a well-developed irrigation system. For a reason struggling with food stock, TayNinhTV has grown into an agricultural hub, exporting various farm products and establishing high-tech livestock production zone. It can be said that TayNinhTV agriculture is on a path toward sustainable growth.
In the early year after taking over, the agricultural sector faced many difficulties, including a shortage of management personnel, and the sector has consisted only of hundreds of thousands of hectares of land planned for rice, sugarcane, cassava, and rubber cultivation, and with the crop yields remaining very low. In 1976, the TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee directed the authority on levels to mobilize the public to participate in irrigation work, and this results in nearly 470,000 labor days excavating for over 510,000 cubic meters of soil and irrigating for 25,000 hectares, transforming many single crop yields and fields into areas producing from 2 to 3 rice crops annually. And the self-sufficient product movement of agencies and organizations were maintained and developed. Agricultural farms quickly planned construction, prepare material facilities, and achieve the good results in initial production and trial livestock breeding. An important turning point was the operation of the Dầu Tiếng irrigation reservoir, which contributed to irrigating about 70% of our agricultural land, changing the face of the province's agriculture, and simultaneously there was strong development of key industrial crops such as rubber, sugarcane, and cassava, and beginning to connect with the processing to increase the value and prerequisites for agricultural development. And after nearly 40 years of renovation, based on the restructuring agriculture towards increasing value-added and sustainable development, agricultural production in TayNinhTV was now from specialized cultivation areas. Specifically, by 2025, the rice cultivation area across the province will be approximately to 147,500 hectares, with a yield of 785,900 tons per year, and most areas supply mechanization. And the province has 7,500 hectares of sugarcane, yielding over 573,000 tons per year. The province has one sugar processing factory owned by TayNinhTV Biên Hòa Joint Stock Company with a capacity of 9,800 tons sugarcane per day. For cassava, the province has raw material areas of over 62,000 hectares, yielding over 2.1 million tons, and recently cassava farmers in the province have increased mechanization from planting to harvesting and yield disease-resistant cassava varieties also, and the province has 64 cassava processing factories with a total capacity of 6.4 million tons per tubers per year. And mentioned for the rubber, the province has 98,800 hectares, yielding over 190,000 tons per year. The traceability or planting area called for exports is a mandatory requirement for agricultural markets participating in the exports, requiring traceability and production diary records, agricultural chemical use, impact measures, and when rented a code, all information must be fully declared on the electronic system. And when agricultural products from this business are exported and undergo the planned quarantine, in recent years, the livestock sector in TayNinhTV province has also developed impressively, and currently the total pig herd in the province is estimated at 350,000 animals, mainly high-yielding breeds raised in concentrated farms using organic biosecure approaches. The province has encouraged the development of livestock following the concentration farm model, applying biosecurity technology for 127 projects have been approved by the Provincial People's Committee. And today, the application of mechanization and science technology in production is widely implemented, and TayNinhTV has developed for 150 hectares of vegetable, melon, and orchid production in the greenhouses and net houses, increasing application of biotechnology and natural enemies in the pest control for rice, vegetables, and sugarcane and cassava also. The Party Congress resolution set the goals for the agricultural sector, and at this point, we have basically accomplished the goals. And we have also implemented digital transformation in agriculture, commerce, export markets, and management of several agricultural sectors by applying technology and scientific advances. And in the coming years, TayNinhTV will focus on developing the smart, rapid, and sustainable agriculture, adapting to climate change, promoting circular agriculture, and reducing emissions that adversely affect the environment.
The TayNinhTV Department of Health has requested all medical facilities in the province to urgently implement electronic health record integrated into the VNEID application and also the exchange of medical examination and treatment data among healthcare facilities in accordance with the Ministry of Health roadmap. The deadline for full implementation of electronic medical record is set for September 30. Accordingly, all medical facilities in the province must prioritize resources and expedite the adoption of electronic medical record and electronic health record integrated with VNEID. They are also required to facilitate data exchange across different levels of the healthcare system. Additionally, efforts should focus on supporting patient resolution such as using chip-based citizen ID cards, biometric identification, online medical appointment booking, and synchronizing database across information systems used in the healthcare facility. Preventive healthcare units are also required to ensure the effective application of information technology and disease transformation to support disease prevention and management, especially for emerging and dangerous disease. They must also timely update and maintain accurate, complete, and real-time data on vaccination records and participate in the implementation of electronic health records.
And according to Ministry of Health, nearly 42,500 suspected measles cases have been recorded nationwide since the beginning of the year, with more than 4,000 confirmed cases. And the Ministry of Health reported that over 72.7% of cases are in the children aged 9 months to under 15 years old, and most of the patients were either unvaccinated or has unclear vaccination status. And currently, the provinces and cities are actively accelerating the measures vaccination campaign as directed by the Prime Minister Emergency Dispatch. Additionally, the second phase of the 2025 nationwide measures vaccination campaign is set to be implemented across 54 provinces and cities.
The Tunjin Road project begins at DT7A1 and ends April 30 Street with a total length of 7.4 km. Of this, 40.8 km runs through the city, while 2.6 km pass through Yumjao district. This is a key transportation project aimed at enhancing the province road network. Make it number 18, covering the section from the Beautiful Street to April 30 Street. Officially brought on March 10, the TayNinhTV Department of Transport Project Management Unit is overseeing the project, with Dom Thuong Ha Company Limited as the construction contractor. Relevant agencies and local authorities are celebrating lands leading to ensure timely progress. Once completed, Tunjin Road will help ease traffic congestion on Kanman Street and contribute to the synchronized development of the city transport infrastructure. This, in turn, will promote the socio-economic role of the province. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent time, the youth of Yatan District in the province have actively participated in preserving and promoting the historical and cultural heritage of their locality, especially at traditional village communal houses. These sites serve as important cultural repository, helping to preserve and strengthen the unique identity of the people. Recently, at a temple located in Damlam Hamlet, Driven Cameroon, Youth Union members participated in cleaning the historical site. Additionally, the Cameroon Youth Union supported local authorities in organizing the keying ceremony held annually in January. This activity not only helped preserve historical relics, but also create an opportunity for people, especially the younger generation, to better understand the history. Together with the high-level youth organization, we develop digital resources with red addresses and QR codes to create a favorable condition and provide guidance for youth union members, children, and residents to learn about historical sites. Protecting and promoting valuable tradition while preserving cultural heritage is very important. Besides developing the country and embracing new things, we should also promote our precious tradition. At Thandam Temple, a Romanso historical cultural relay in TayNinhTV, young union members also frequently visit to explore, learn about its history, and share information about this heritage site with others. After visiting the historical site, I feel very proud of my local historical heritage. As a young person, I want to promote our historical and cultural site to people nationwide and internationally. Personally, I want to contribute to preserving and promoting the cultural values of Tandem Temple, and I hope everyone will contribute to maintaining this temple to keep it vibrant for both current and future generations. Through this specific action, youth union members in Chotan District have contributed to promoting and reading the cultural and historical values of their locality.
And the program was supplemented with many meaningful activities. Among them, the Thailand Provincial Youth Union presented symbolic handover of cleaning equipment to help the Suda commune maintain environmental landscape, donate for 8 battery house models for collecting used batteries, organize a bottle market sections where plastic bottles could be exchanged for food, and simultaneously deploy digital literacy systems. On this occasion, the organizing committee also presented 20 gifts to support the children in difficult circumstances in the area.
Following the merging and reorganization process, the province now has 450 public educational institutions, including 106 preschool, 174 primary school, 101 secondary school, 26 high school, and 7 vocational and continuing education centers. Additionally, granting financial autonomy to public schools has brought positive change in management thinking, enabling schools to better utilize resources, expand service for the public, increase revenue, and reduce the burden on the state budget. These supplies were fear battles won to place during the war to protect the northern border. In the solemn and subspace, incense was lit to express deep respect and gratitude for those who fell for the country. This is the third time we organize this tour. We are organizing this as a model tour. Travel Agency will use this model to develop historical tourism products and heritage tourism to serve both domestic and international tourists. This will become a unique tourism product that exists nowhere else, only in Visuing, only in Hayang. The road continued marching to Tansa Village, a blessed one known as the capital of soldier, during the Northern Border Defense War. This war was a strategic rear base, rear command post, where the wounded and fallen soldiers were received and forces were assembled. Witnessing firsthand the traces of war and listening to unfading stories in the memories of former soldiers, everyone participating in the journeys were deeply moved. The former battlefield has now changed. In the past, there were trenches and war uproar, but returning to the former battlefield now, ruin has covered everything. It's very peaceful, and I feel wonderful. When I learned about this program, it urged me to set out, arrange, and temporarily put aside my work in Hanoi to participate. It's truly moving because it lies. Paying tribute to our roots is very important to me. This program is very meaningful and is be organized annually and conveyed to all generations who are living and working, especially the younger generation. Is the program that should be continued. Continuing to march 6 kilometers on foot, the road visited historical landmarks such as Blue Stream in Ben Village, Spring Trance at Hill A12, Hare Waterfall, and more. Its location is associated with peace stories of courage and noble sacrifice of our soldiers and people. The road is not just a tour but also a journey of educating about historical tradition, awakening national pride in its participants. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.